You, yes you, the person watching this on a device more powerful than the computers that sent man to the moon. You, who can summon pizza, partners and philosophy papers with a few thumb taps, and yet you're still typing on a keyboard layout designed in the 1870s to literally prevent a machine from punching itself in the face. This is QWERTY, a 150-year-old design fossil from the age of horse-drawn carriages, telegrams and rampant moustache twirling. Why are we still stuck with it? Because history is petty, capitalism is sticky, and doing nothing is a hell of a drug. It all begins in 1868 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which, believe it or not, is not famous for its cutting-edge innovation. Enter Christopher Latham Sholes, a newspaper editor with a knack for tinkering and a deep hatred for neatness. Sholes, along with two mates, Carlos Glyden and Samuel Soule, tried to invent a writing machine, which basically looks like a piano mated with a sewing machine. And the first keyboard? Alphabetical, logical, neat. Unfortunately, it also sucked. Typed too quickly and the keys jammed together in a clunky metallic pile-up. So Sholes had a brilliant idea. Let's slow typists down. No, seriously, he spaced out commonly used letter pairings like TH or ER to physically prevent people from typing too fast. This wasn't efficiency by design, it was mechanical duct tape. To solve a hardware flaw, he engineered a software inconvenience, and that's what we still use today. Sholes eventually sold his half-baked invention to a firm better known for making rifles than office supplies, E. Remington and Sons. Yes, the same company that brought you revolvers brought you the QWERTY keyboard. Remington's engineers made some final tweaks. Allegedly, they even rearranged some of the top row of letters so salesmen could type the word typewriter using just one row to impress potential customers. This is how marketing broke your futurist alignment. By 1874, the first commercial QWERTY typewriter was released, and the price? $125, or about $3,000 in today's money, because nothing screams accessibility like the price of a second-hand shitbox. But here's where QWERTY became immortal. It wasn't because it was good, it wasn't even because it worked particularly well. It was because Remington also offered typing lessons. You got trained to use their machine and their layout. And if you were a business, hiring a typist meant also buying a Remington. Brilliant, devious, and effective. And when the major typewriter companies merged in 1893, they locked in QWERTY as the industry standard. From there, the trap was set. Now of course, people tried to fix this mess. Enter August Dvorak, who in the 1930s created a layout designed for actual human hands. Home row letters, logical placement, minimal movement. But retraining everyone, that was the hard bit. Colemak, Workman, even the smartphone-specific calc, they all promised a better future. But QWERTY had what they didn't, inertia. We trained on it, we taught our kids on it. It was embedded into every typewriter, computer, and eventually smartphone. Changing it would require a global, coordinated effort, and we all know how good humanity is at those. So here we are, 150 years later, still typing on a layout built to slow us down. We've put computers in our pockets, sent robots to Mars, and we're still using a system designed to stop a typewriter from jamming. You're still reaching awkwardly for A, still hammering backspace, still wondering why your wrists hate you, all because one guy in the 1870s didn't oil his machine properly. And it gets better. QWERTY favours the left hand, great for the 10% of people who are left-handed. For everyone else, too bad. The QWERTY keyboard is proof that history doesn't always reward the best idea. Sometimes it rewards the one that got there first, shouted the loudest, and offered a training program. It's a relic of convenience and mass training, not innovation. And that's the point. Some systems survive not because they work, but because changing them is harder than living with them. So next time your fingers fumble, don't blame yourself, blame history. And maybe rethink what else we've stopped questioning. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.